Venus is really out here taking people's voice, mine included. I want mine back. Ursula! It's probably because it's in a detriment sign. Look. That's right, you heard it here on November 6th. Venus is entering Scorpio. And to add to the hoorah, it's forming a square to Pluto and Jupiter, making a T-square, and it's also forming a yod with Neptune and Uranus. But you know what? The hair is done. I'm looking cute, although it's a little frizzy. I ain't mad about it. For Aries, Venus will be transiting your 8th house, a deep healing transformation going below the surface, examining the darker aspects of life as well as making peace with your past. Of course, this is a great transit for letting go of anything that no longer serves you in your current self. But also, this may be a time where you're yearning for a deeper connection to be intimate and vulnerable with somebody. Do remember we can't be intimate and vulnerable with everybody. Because remember, people can only meet you to the level at which they met themselves. If they're not willing to give you truth, accountability, and authenticity, give them a shot so you don't flop. Now, do be sure that you're processing your emotional well-being as well as listening to your intuition, letting it serve as a guidance with Jupiter squaring from your 4th. And do be sure to examine your friends, groups, network circles, even the execution of your future endeavors with Pluto squaring from your 11th. Now, to activate this yod, you need to tap into your 2nd house of worth and value, establishing the 2 material security as well as giving back to yourself through self-replenishment. That means not giving your energy, time, and space to people, places, and things that are not reciprocating the energy back to you. Gotta give that the chop so you don't flop. But overall, this aspect can lead to empowerment, which can overall lead to an increased worth and value for you. For Taurus, Venus will be transiting your 7th house of relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts, marriage and unions sold separately. Results may vary. Call now. This is a great transit for experiencing harmony and balance within close connections, but it's really important to prioritize the relationship that you have with yourself. It is the best relationship one could ever have. Also, do watch out for codependency during this transit too. Now, be wary of over-obsessing over career during this time with Pluto squaring from your 10th. That can lead to a tower moment that's quite public. But you also want to pay attention to your mind, your thoughts, your ideas with Jupiter squaring from your 3rd. They can serve a benefit, but they can also serve as a detriment too, if not careful. Now, to activate this yod, you need to tap into your 1st house of self-identity, independence, taking action after your life's direction. Essentially listening to yourself, it's all about you. But of course, be sure to balance out the energy with the other. For Gemini, Venus will be transiting your 6th house of daily responsibility and operation, work schedule, routine around personal development and physical health. This will be a great transit for experiencing harmony and balance within your day-to-day. Do be sure that you're being of service to yourself, filling up your own cup, not filling up somebody else's to your detriment. But also be sure that we're not over-obsessing over our day-to-day endeavors. If not careful, this can have an impact on our personal development journey. Also, watch your intake of sweets during this transit if you've been snacking. Got my eyes on you, look. Also watch the spending with Jupiter squaring from your 2nd house. It's giving frivolous spender, look. But do be sure that you're giving your energy, time, and space to people that are being reciprocal with you. Also be sure to keep in alignment with your beliefs and manifestations with Pluto squaring from your 9th. Also keep up with your affirmations, I am, I have, I will. Just don't over-obsess over your manifestations though, that can lead to a tower moment, delays in manifestation. Now to activate this yod, you need to tap into your 12th house of spiritual development and liberation, your connection to source, deepening it if it already exists, trusting the unknown, going with the flow as well as karmic dealings. Essentially spending time by yourself to better understand your unconscious qualities, that way you don't mirror in a karmic relationship that may mirror back those unconscious qualities back to you. Also set up energetic boundaries, that way you're not taking on other people's energy that isn't yours, and that way you can discern which energy is for you and which energy is not for you. This transit for you is essentially going to pose the question, who's going to help to better yourself and who's not. For Cancer, Venus will be transiting your 5th house of authentic expression, building up your confidence, putting yourself out there, shining your light, and not dimming it because of other people's projection, baby. Love, children, and romance may also play a role here too. This transit is great for enjoying life for its fun and recreation, catering to your inner child and creativity as well too. For my artists, musicians, and entertainers, this is also quite tasty. People will eat up the things that you put out during this transit. But of course, I recommend watching out for overindulgence, right? Also be sure that you're implementing matters of self-identity and independence within your authentic expression with Jupiter squaring from your 1st. And also that you're listening to yourself and your intuition too, right? But do also be sure that you're not harboring onto anything that you need to let go of with Pluto squaring from your 8th. Also, don't be afraid to express both your light and shadow attributes too. It leads to true authenticity. Now, to activate the yod, tap into your 11th house of friends, groups, networks, organizations, and the execution of your future endeavors. You gotta embrace your quirks, what makes you different, your unconventionality, if you will. Gotta be the trendsetter. League of my own, it don't get better. No, read what I wrote, I'm a bestseller. Gotta show these people what's up. Essentially, it's gonna be a fun transit for you. Gonna lead you to knowing your strength. For all the signs, be sure to pay attention to any personal placements as well as aspects being made. Other signs are in the other videos.